Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. With Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Ali LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, and alongside us is Shams Charania, who'll be hanging out and chatting with us for a bit. Shams, great to have you with us as always, man.
Absolutely, and BA, there's a lot to talk about these days, so thanks for having me.
Tee us up now. Is the news robust or minimal at this time of year?
Oh, BA, it's always...
And here's what the Milwaukee Bucks schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Domantas Sabonis and the Sacramento Kings.
And that game against the Pacers, it's going to be their 7th outing on the year. You feel the team will continue to round into form.
Now, New York starting 5. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the 2. And for the Bucks, Giannis plays the 4 with Porter playing at center. Kevin Porter is out there with Prince. And it's Kuzma in at small forward. And the decision by the Knicks to change their head coach this summer, Shams. A controversial move, to say the least.
Absolute stunner, because this team had really built an identity. They were just coming off a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years in New York. So can they continue to build on that culture under Coach Mike Brown? I'm told Mike Brown understands this Knicks job, BA. It's championship or bust moving forward.
He's a tough guy. It's a tough town. We'll see if the Knicks have another run in them.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor, covering up so much ground with those long strides.
Here's Brunson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Antetokounmpo outside. The kick out to Kuzma. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
The timing, the rhythm. Kuzma really does a nice job catching the defense off guard with those catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Brunson against Porter. No good. Good D by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
You know, Giannis wants to get a few steps closer, but he's worked really hard to make this mid-range shot more consistent.
Good work there as it goes. Brunson's got his second basket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. This pick is mostly no surprise, but here's your player of the week for the Eastern Conference, Jalen Brunson.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
For 3, Bridges. Rebounded by Kuzma. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Portis. Here's Prince. 4 on the clock. Here's Kuzma. Towns with a rebound. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. It's a 3-point game, and it's approaching 2 decades since the launch of the modern smartphone, Shams. It's put the game in the palm of your hand.
Well, you know, I don't go anywhere without my phone, and of course, that accessibility is a key part of why Adam Silver...
Oh, big finish! Man!
And how about the hops Bridges has, showing off some there with the slam.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Portis with a screen on Anunoby. The kick out to Kuzma from the arc. Hits the 3-pointer. Kuzma's got 6 points.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Ryan, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Knicks trail by 4. And here's Brunson. He has 6. Pass to Bridges. And then he packs it down right over Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Mikal Bridges cleared for takeoff.
Milwaukee has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Porter finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Porter. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Anunoby a screen on Porter. Pass to Anunoby. It's stolen by Kuzma. Here's Prince. The shot off that time. Nice D from Bridges. Knicks trail by 4. Towns a screen on Porter. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Brunson. 5 on the clock. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Porter. Antetokounmpo has got 6. Shams, we talk a lot about LeBron James, his future as a player, but we also start thinking about expansion of the NBA. What do you think LeBron James' future as a potential owner is?
Yeah, LeBron James has told me over the past year he wants to be an NBA owner after his career is over, preferably in Las Vegas. If the NBA expands in Vegas, gets a team there, he very much wants to be the owner of that team, and he's someone that's valued at $1 billion. Let's see what happens when his career is over.
I think he can afford it.
I think so.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Knicks trail by 6. Brunson looks it over. Antetokounmpo with the block.
You got to know where Giannis is at all times, especially when you're around the goal.
Prince with the bucket.
The big story thus far. How well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In third, New York.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Robinson, a screen on Porter. Brunson passes to Robinson. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the screen, finds a soft spot, and gets himself rewarded.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Porter.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1-2 and the 3, and no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
Bridges outside. Screen by Robinson. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Towns a screen on Porter. Brunson passes to Bridges. Towns a screen on Porter. Here's Brunson. And he makes it on the layup. Brunson's got 8. And when it comes to NBA moves, a pretty great summer for the state of Texas, Shams.
Ton of action in Texas, BA. Cooper Flag to Dallas, Dylan Harper to San Antonio, and Kevin Durant to Houston. These are major moves, and it's going to be hard to mess with Texas. These teams are loading up. They're all trying to be a contender in the Western Conference.
That Texas triangle is going to be formidable once again real soon.
All talent there from Bridges.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 10. Pass to Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. Jacks up a 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Anunoby passes to Robinson. Screen by Robinson. To the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
And this is how you run the pick and roll. I mean, Brunson capping it off with the perfect pass.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity. Opportunity to regroup. Milwaukee making some changes. Trent, he's checked in for Prince, and Anthony subbed in for Porter Jr. New York also changing it up. Yabusele, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson comes in for Anunoby, and it's McBride in for Bridges. Antetokounmpo against Yabusele. It's rebounded by New York. On the wing, Clarkson, defended by Kuzma. Clarkson against Kuzma. Out of bounds. It'll be Bucks ball.
And defensively, they really limited their opponent's field goal percentage. Top 5 in that category. They do a great job of communicating at that end.
And the three-point percentage you referred to, they put so much pressure on opponents with their shooting. They'd stretch a defense way beyond the three-point line. Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
The slam from Portis, impressive. Using that size around the rack.
Outside Brunson. Driving in. And it's New York scoring again.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Pass to Trent. Kuzma outside. That three's off the mark. Knicks trail by 6. And with picks 2 and 3 in this year's draft, Shams, we saw the Spurs and the Sixers add to already crowded backcourt rotations.
The draft is really a talent grab, so you have to go for the best available. But we saw in the finals the value of having multiple guys who can play with the ball in their hands, spread the floor, do multiple things on the court, and the competitiveness is a big part of this. The ability to play both ends is a big part of this. So all of those traits increasingly important to win in today's NBA.
Outside McBride. Brunson against Trent. Brunson with the bucket. And now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Pass to Kuzma. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by Robinson. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. The score now all even.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up, he knows when to roll to the bucket off screen, and he knows when to give it up.
Yabusele a screen on Anthony. Here's Brunson. Here's Yabusele. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. Robinson with a steal. Right side, Brunson. Over Anthony. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Milwaukee?
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
Gary Trent is out there with Cole Anthony. Then there's A.J. Green, and it's Livingston in at the power forward position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Guys, back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Trent with room to shoot. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. And even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Sham, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, BA, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. I mean, you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's their TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms to continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still. Towns for 3. Cat strikes from long distance.
Oh, my goodness. The 7-footer launching from way beyond the arc. How do you contest that? I don't think you can.
Anthony, the pass to Trent. Here's the pick to the paint. Here's Sims, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Towns, a screen on Anthony. McBride attacking, and he dunks it down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Trent against Clarkson. Green for 3. Hart with the defensive effort.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Towns for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Pass to Yabusele. Back to Towns. Yabusele the screen. Towns down low. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
And so timeout. Out here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we're seeing teams these days applying more early ball pressure. Why is that tactic gaining steam, Shams?
Well, pressure is always going to provide a level of stress, and so it's a way to wear your opponents down, force them to operate deeper into the shot clock, And really, it's a way for teams to leverage their length, their depth, their athleticism. You are seeing it used in different strategies.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Sims. Prince comes in for Livingston. And it's Porter Jr. in for Green. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bridges. Here's Porter. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Bridges. What a terrific move that is. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Anthony finds Prince. Trent on the wing. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Trent on the wing. Oh, there's the alley.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Here's McBride. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Anthony with a bucket. Anthony's gotten his first points in this one.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
Hart with it. And Hart throws it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Bridges. And he got the whistle. On the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Occasionally, Bridges will go right after defenders like he did there.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
And, of course, taking it inside, always a great game plan. And I'm curious if there'll be an adjustment from the defensive end. Maybe sag off some shooters a little.
Kuzma's checked in for the Bucks. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns, and it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk-reward that you play with as a general manager.
Here's Anunoby. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Boy, that length Anunoby brings inside is tough to contend with.
The kick out to Kuzma. Pass to Porter from behind the arc. Offensive board. Antetokounmpo. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
A reliable option he's been tonight. He's their safety valve for sure.
Outside Hart. Right side Brunson. Fires for 3. Yes, sir! Brunson for 3.
When your mechanics are as strong as Brunson's, there's nothing to think about. Just shoot the ball.
Pass to Trent. On the wing, Kuzma. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Now it's Hart. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Kuzma outside. From outside, off the mark.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Anunoby using his athleticism to force that one down.
Bucks trail by 4. Outside Porter. The 3. And it's New York with a rebound. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
Brunson slices through the D.
Boy, love the assertiveness and commitment from Brunson going to the rack.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. Number 1, the Bucks.
And looking at last season, the thing that jumps out at you is their three-point percentage. Best in the league in that category, which is great to see considering how valued the three ball is nowadays in our game.
Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Kuzma for 3. And no good.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Anunoby, a screen on Porter. Brunson driving. Hart from long range. Porter pulls it in.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Portis. Porter from outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hart with it. Now Porter defending. And Hart throws it down.
Offensively, that's where he's at his best. When Hart is driving, he's thriving. Putting his head down, going to the rack.
Now Porter. 17 points for him. Last game against the Cavs in Cleveland. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. Out to Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. And now it's an 11-point New York lead.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Porter against Brunson. Robinson with a steal. Fast break, New York. Anunoby against Porter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Kevin Porter.
Right there, OG uses his physical tools to his advantage. If a defender wants to get physical with him, he says, bring it on, fella, bring it on.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Yabusele comes in for Hart. Clarkson's checked in for Bridges. And it's McBride in for Brunson.
It's almost illegal. Somebody as big as Giannis shouldn't really have that quick of a first step.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Josh Hart's checked in for Anunoby.
New York substitution. Number 3, Josh Hart.
1:51 left in the first half. Outside McBride. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Giannis with the finish.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, he's the guy.
So true. He's got his finger on the pulse of this entire league. If something's going down, you can count on him letting everybody know about it.
Giannis always trying to impact the game at both ends, but really has become a workhorse on the offensive end.
Left side Hart. New York working the ball around now. Yabusele, a screen on Porter. Back to Yabusele. 5 to shoot. Portis with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Antetokounmpo. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got 4 assists in the game. Well, Clark, players sometimes talk about the game slowing down as they gain experience.
Well, it's the benefit of experience, understanding situations. Having gone through various situations as you get more engaged in the league over time. The more you understand where you're supposed to be, usually you can get there on time or early, and you're more reactive versus thinking.
Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 4-man position. Antetokounmpo outside. Portis a screen. Antetokounmpo inside. Hart's there. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
Outside Brunson. Leading into the contact. Brunson with the finish inside.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Hart. Bridges passes to Towns. Back to Bridges. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And now an 11-point New York lead.
Boy, it's something to watch when Bridges finds his flow. His shots just keep coming for him.
It's stolen by Hart. And here's the fast break. Anunoby finds Brunson. Anunoby a screen on Porter. And Brunson, here we go. Anunoby for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's Kuzma. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Now here's Hart. He's got 11. Outside Brunson. Up and over Porter. Brunson misses.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
Kuzma, the pass to Antetokounmpo. The screen by Antetokounmpo. And here's Porter outside. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 11. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
Prince, the pass to Porter to win the cold spell. Antetokounmpo for 3. The shot that time not on target.
Another miss, not how he wanted to start the second half.
Bridges with room to shoot. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
He's getting loose and doing work. They want to talk this over and find some answers. And they were top 5 in free throw percentage, making their shots at the line. Some real steady players on that team.
And these guys really took advantage whenever their opponents turned the ball over, finishing in the top 5 in points off turnovers last season. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. And Antetokounmpo, here we go. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists tonight. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo is unlocking a new aspect of his game. He said, quote, "I never initiate my offense from the high post, but Doc told me that you can be very effective there. It's hard for people to show a crowd, and you're one step closer to the basket. I plan to stay there for the rest of my career." Back to you.
A new wrinkle. Okay, Allie, good stuff. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 16. Kuzma outside. Portis with a screen on Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kuzma with the ball. Towns covering. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
And Brunson, here we go. Yep, count it. Brunson's got 26 points.
Another hoop for Brunson. Really, he's one of the most potent scorers in the league. He's on a heater tonight, folks.
Back to Porter. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Prince. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Prince has got 5 now.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Brunson against Porter. The 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Already a skilled interior player. At times, Kuzma is close to the basket. You have no choice but to foul it.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Knicks.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. Second is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Here's Porter. And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 7.
For Porter Jr., I think it's about shot selection. Taking smart shots, including when he's in close.
It's Bridges on the wing. Towns, a screen on Prince. Pass to Towns. Prince grabs the miss. The Bucks trail by 13. Kuzma, the pass to Porter. The 3 from Prince. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds now. And here's Hart. He's got 11. Here he goes. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
Milwaukee has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Porter with a screen on Bridges. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Portis, covered by Towns. And then Portis with the dunk.
Aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Trent, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And Clarkson subbed in for Hart. Robinson Robinson, a screen on Kuzma. Here's Anunoby. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
You know his teammates got to love that. Anunoby taking it with authority.
Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Anunoby can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 13. Trent, the pass to Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
You know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
Anunoby, a screen on Porter. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Robinson. The kick out to Brunson. They set the screen. Going inside. Brunson steams his way inside.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
The Bucks have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Porter with a screen on Bridges. And here's Kuzma. Fires from deep. Again the miss by Kuzma.
After knocking down a couple in the first half, he hasn't gotten a three to fall since.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
And it's Porter with the ball for Milwaukee. Pass to Trent. Portis outside. Now here's Kuzma. Anunoby covering. Trent from long range. He buries it from 3. Trent's got 5 points.
Yeah, he's a... volume 3-ball shooter, Gary Trent Jr. And he's got a nice stroke and never hesitates to fire from there.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Anunoby's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Outside Brunson. Outside Anunoby. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. New York also changing it up. Yabusele, he's checked in for Anunoby. Hart comes in for Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Robinson, a screen on Porter. And Clarkson, here we go. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Bobby Portis. And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Portis. Green comes in for Prince. And it's Rollins in for Porter Jr.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
Pass to Green. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hart's got 4 rebounds in the game. McBride with it. And it's Trent picking him up. Outside Robinson. Outside Hart. Fires the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now. Puts it up from 17. And the jumper falls for him. Anthony's got 6.
Tough to know if Anthony's going to drive by you or pull up. He's got both in his package. Had the defender on his heels there with the slick handles.
It's stolen by Trent. On the break. 11 feet out. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Miles McBride picks one up. Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
And BA, that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act.
And Yabusele slams it in.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Pass to Rollins. Just 5 to shoot. Drops in the 3. Rollins has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's McBride. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. And so it's New York, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Anthony. A.J. Green is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Rollins in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Anthony against Clarkson. Here's Hart. Pass to McBride. There's the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yabusele lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Knicks lead by 9.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Rollins, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Yabusele, a screen on Anthony. Pass to Yabusele. And Green comes to help. Shot clock at 5. Yabusele outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Trent. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hart. Trent from long range. Up again. Hart pulls it in. Knicks leading by 19. Yabusele, a screen on Trent. Pass to Yabusele for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Anthony, the pass to Green. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Clark last season saw the passing of Junior Bridgman, who played 10 seasons with the Bucks and whose jersey hangs in their rafters.
Yeah, he was a consistent, reliable scorer and just a quality teammate as well, but his legacy extends far beyond what he did in his 10-year career, which was quite impressive. His legacy as a businessman, philanthropist, community leader was in many ways unparalleled. Just a terrific guy and a great loss to Louisville, to the basketball family, but also to humanity. He was a shining star in all that he did for others.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Outside McBride. Outside Hart. To the inside. Here's Towns. Missed inside. The Bucks trail by 17. Pass to Trent. This one for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the A long ball to try to keep up.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. For the Knicks, Mikal Bridges checked in for Yabusele, and Brunson is subbed in for Clarkson. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out." The coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Up top, McBride. Kicks it out, Towns. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Kuzma. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside, Green. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Bridges. Green lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Towns, a screen on Anthony. Here's Brunson. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Anthony finds Antetokounmpo. Anthony with it. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Towns.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now Anthony. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis has checked in for Green. Prince comes in for Trent. And it's Porter Jr. in for Anthony. Now here's Hart. And Hart throws it down.
How about Josh Hart making beautiful music all day long? They have no answer for him.
And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Porter. The three ball. And again, it's the Bucks missing. New York leading by 16. Outside McBride. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
And foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Kuzma. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists in the game.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
And Brunson, here we go. And it's good for 2. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kuzma. The rebound by Bridges. And here's New York now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Towns outside. Outside McBride. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds in the game. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Porter, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here. Here's Portis. Oh, and he nails it from the high post.
When you watch Portis, he's not just a good jump shooter for a 6'10 guy. Bobby's just a straight-up good shooter, period.
Kicks it out to Anunoby from outside the arc. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Anunoby, a screen on Kuzma. An easy 2 on the layup. Bridges has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. New lineup here for New York. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Graham.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Here's Kolek into the lane, and that one's good. Kolek's got his first 2 points.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And that one good.
Look, we know Giannis can get it done inside. Defense will have to try much harder to stop him in there.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Sharon. From deep. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
There's a screen. Here's Kolek. He's guarded by Porter. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. Portis there for the rebound. Bucks trail by 17.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Knicks.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Jalen Brunson.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
Takes a 3. Portis there for the rebound. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
There's the drive, and yep, it's good. And the Knicks lead by 19. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now let's